What's going on, guys? Just doing another commentary about the new historic teams announced. I probably want to do this every week, as mentioned in a previous video. Every week, Ronnie2K is announcing two new historic teams. And the two historic teams that were announced for this week were the 2000 Raptors and the 2008 Rockets. We already knew about the 2000 Raptors, so I don't know why he thought he was real slick about putting them in there. Anyways, to go through the lineup, I'll go a little bit more in depth when I do the weekly, not announcements, but like saying who's in there. And just to tell you really quickly, sorry I didn't tell you right away, but it's just me playing Park with a random kid. He wasn't that good. He might have scored got a lot of threes, but he didn't help out in terms of getting a win that much. Just to let you know. Anyways, the 2000 Raptors, previous video I mentioned them. You can check that one out. They didn't make it out the first round, but this is when Vince Carter was at his peak, or at pretty much the best he was. Maybe not the absolute peak, but he was very good this year, averaging close to 26 points a game, 6 rebounds, right about that much, and 4 assists while getting a block and a steal a game. He was pretty efficient, 47, 40, and 79 were shooting splits, or stats, however you want to call them. So he was very good that year. And Tracy was their second leading scorer, averaging 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks per game. So you know he's going to have very good defensive stats. He shot 45 from the field. From the three-point land, he shot 46%. Oh, no, never mind, 28%. Wow, way off. And 71% from the free throw line. So he was a decent scorer at that time, but for the most part, he was very defensive-minded. Those were the two big guys. I can go more in depth with every guy on the team, but not really worth it. Just some names that pop up to me that I think will either be good to play with, or guys that a lot of people will know. They had Doug Christie, who was also known for playing on the Knicks. Antonio Davis, I kind of remember him, and just by his name. Kevin Willis, Del Curry, so we got another Del Curry in the game. Charles Oakley and Muggsy Bogues. Those were all on the Raptors team. I mentioned them before, so I'm gonna kind of just, breeze over it more. If you want to see more analysis or whatever, go check out my last video. And for the 2008 Raptors, I pretty much predicted them. I predicted the Rockets. Predicted the 2007 Rockets to be in the game, and I wanted them to be in there. But I was 1 year off. But for the most part, I'll chalk it up there as I predicted this team being in there, because I knew that there was going to be like a mid-2000s Rockets with Yao and Tracy. This year, Yao was their leading scorer, averaging 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists, and as well as 2 blocks per game. This was back when Yao was actually healthy. He played 55 games, which isn't good whatsoever in terms of being healthy, but that was one of his highest of his marks after his first 3 seasons. As first 3 seasons, he all played 80 or above games. Then he started to get hurt. And then after that, it was kind of a mess. He missed an entire year due to injury, but enough about Yao. This wasn't necessarily his best season, but it was a very good one. He averaged the most rebounds per game this season, as well as blocks, so you're going to see a very dominant Yao. If you ever played games like 2K8, 2K9, that's back when Yao was unstoppable. In 2K, I actually played NBA 2K6 because my 2K8 disc is broken. And I played with Yao for a little bit, and yeah, he's a cheat code back in the day. I doubt he'll be like that in 2K16, but he'll be pretty good. The next player, best player, was Tracy McGrady. Well, not necessarily best, but better scorer. He averaged 22 points per game, 5 rebounds, as well as 6 assists and 1 steal. He had very good shooting stats, except for three-point land, actually. Actually, they weren't that good. Never mind, they were terrible. Don't know why they actually picked this team and they wanted to give Tracy like a prime Tracy, because if they picked the 2007 team, he would have been much better, as that year he averaged, let me get down to that. I'm on Basketball Reference, by the way, to check up all his stats. That year he averaged 25, 5 and 7, pretty much. I mean, his best scoring year, he averaged 32 a game, but that was back when he played for Orlando, and they were trash that year. I believe they won 18 games or something like that. One of those 2 years, because I know his last year in Orlando, he actually he led the league in scoring, but they were so bad that they ended up getting Dwight Howard in that draft, and he demanded a trade away, and that's how he got to Houston. Anyways, I didn't like choosing the 2018 because I wanted to see a prime Tracy. This is the year that Tracy McGrady stopped being named an All-Star. 2007 was his final year being named an All-Star. So I just didn't like that choice by them. I really wish that they put the year beforehand. But I think the main reason why they put in this team is because Luis Scola was on this team as well. He was a rookie at this time, but I think they put him in there because he had an Onyx card, and they kind of want to acknowledge him being on that team. He averaged 10 points, 6 rebounds, and assists, and just under a steal per game that year. And he was really good for Houston for quite a while, for like 5 years or so. So I think that's why they put him in. But this team is very similar to the 2007 team that I mentioned in my previous video. That's why I don't sound super excited when talking about either of these teams, because I predicted one, and one we already knew about. So Ronnie wasn't that slick by trying to be, oh look, I told you the teams. Nah, it didn't work, man. For the rest of this team, Rafer Alston was up there for scoring, averaging 13 a game. He was very good. Back then, I believe he was an and one player, like and one mixtape tour back in the day. Shane Battier was on the team for defense and threes, what he's always been known for. Bonzi Wells and Bobby Jackson were up there too. Then we had other guys like Carl Landry, who I believe was a rookie this year, and he was not that bad. Luther Head was there. And then they have I'm looking through all the stats, and there's a lot of guys shown, but there's actually 21 of them. But most of these guys are guys who played like 5 games and got traded. But another guy who actually might be on the team is Aaron Brooks. I do remember him. He won Most Improved Player one year for the Rockets. Sorry about the ringtone. And he was pretty good that season, but that was probably 3 years after the team. In terms, I meant he was good the Most Improved year, but that was 2 or 3 years after this team, so he wouldn't be that good. And I guess I'll throw something at you. I'll do something special. I'm gonna try to guess the ratings of some of these guys, and let's see how accurate I'll be. Alright, Vince Carter. Let me start from the very beginning. Vince Carter on the Raptors. I believe he will be a 93. Tracy will be a 85. Alright, then the rest of the guys don't matter too much in terms of ratings. Like, no one's really going to be caring about the rating for Doug Christie too much. I'll throw him like a 78. But anyways, for the Rockets, I'll put Yao at a 91. Tracy McGrady at a 90. Then Rafer Alston at a 79, and Luis Scola at 78. The rest of the guys will be 77 or below. That's just my quick guesses. Wasn't too excited about this, so hopefully next time Ronnie brings us on a lot better. If you enjoyed any of this, please give me a thumbs up down below. Comment if you think or want to tell me more historic teams. Subscribe if you like my videos, and share with your friends or family or your frog, whatever. I guess I'll commentate what's happening on the screen right now. My park game, or whatever they call it, is dwindling down, and we end up winning 15-10. I play my park a lot. It's pretty fun. I'll show you a little bit of it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to tune in next time. Of course, peace.